Hey guys, how you doing? This is Juan with Liberty Graphic Designs, and in this video we're going to be engraving bottle openers. So I have to do about, I think it's about 200 bottle openers. And that's all it is. We're gonna be engraving a logo just on one side. Normally we engrave both sides, but on this one it's just gonna be one side. And I want to show you real quick how I set up my laser to engrave them. Normally I will use, or you want to use, or the ideal way to engrave this is using a fiber laser. But I don't have a fiber laser anymore. I actually sold it. So I'm gonna be using the CO2 laser, which it's a lot slower than the fiber laser, because fiber laser can engrave this like in 10 seconds, maybe 15 seconds at the most. The CO2 laser, this laser is gonna take way longer than that. But I don't have a fiber laser, so we're gonna be using this one. Let me show you real quick how I set up my my jobs. That way I make it a little faster and easier on my end. Okay, so I normally create the logo on I use Flexi, or actually it's LXI, but it behaves just like Flexi for the logo. And then let me zoom in so you can see the logo. So that's what the logo is going to be. And then I measured this right here, right? So we're gonna measure that right there, and I create a template, which is, that's what that blue line that you see right there, that's what that is. So I just create this, and I'm gonna make a cutout out of the waste, material that I have from, like say for example, this is HTPE. Instead of me throwing it away, I usually keep the bigger pieces so I can make templates. I'm gonna make a cutout, and this one's gonna fall right in there, and then I can just pop them out. That way I know it's gonna end up exactly in the center every single time whenever I do multiple, in this case, bottle openers. But whenever I make multiple items, this is what I do. I create a template, and I know that everything's gonna fall in place. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna cut out, which you see the blue, and let me show you a little bit over here so you can see. So if you notice, I have two lines right here. One of them is black and a blue. So the black is representing the engraving. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the black, I'm gonna turn it off, and see now whenever I go to cut, or whenever I send this job to the laser, it's not gonna see the engraving, so it's just gonna cut the blue out, and that's all I want, is just a cut out of the blue, so I can start engraving. And then when I'm ready to do the engraving, I will do the opposite. I'm gonna turn this one on, and I'm gonna turn the blue off, so that way you don't have to cut anymore. But right now, let me set up everything. We'll cut the template out, and then I'll show you how we do the engraving. So let me turn the laser and everything on, and it's gonna get a little loud in here because of the laser. And now with the laser on, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create, or I wanna find out where I put the template on. So I'm gonna do a trace, and that's gonna tell me exactly where I put the template on. So right there, just like that. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a piece of tape, and we want to secure that so it doesn't move, because this is gonna become our template. Okay, second thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring the laser close enough to where I don't waste any time with the laser. Now instead of the laser homing back, it's just gonna, whenever I'm done, it's gonna go back to there, and it's gonna be a short distance for the laser to travel. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the cutout for the bottle opener, so I can just lay it in there and start engraving. So there you go. We take out this cutout. We don't need this anymore. And this is where we're gonna be laying our, that's gonna be our template right there. So whenever I'm ready to cut it out, all I gotta do is just drop it in there and it'd be ready to go. Okay, so now that we're ready to engrave, all I gotta do is just drop that in place and start engraving. So we got the first one done, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean this one out and I wanna see if it's good enough. If not, then I'll adjust the power and the speed. But let me go watch this one real quick and we'll see what it looks like. And here's what it looks like. This is the first one. If you notice, most of the engraving looks really good except for the numbers over here at the bottom. They didn't come out all that good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a little bit of adjustments, like maybe on the power go up a little more. And if you wanna know what kind of power I'm using, this one is 25% power. And I'm doing 8 inches per second on this one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to 30% power and see what it does. And it's doing 2 passes. Also on this one, the air assist was very low, so I'm gonna raise the air assist to blow more of the stuff out of the way, and we'll see how that looks. And this is what I mean. Whenever you're doing some more, all you gotta do is just pop it in place right there. Okay, so actually what I forgot to change the power. I just hit start instead of changing the to 30%. The only thing I did different on this one is the air assist, and as you can see, I can already see a big difference. Let me wash this one out and we'll see what it looks like. Basically it looks, it looks kind of like the same. It cleaned out really good on the top, but on the bottom you see the letters. It's not cleaning it all that good. I know if I wash it better, it'll come off, but we want the laser to do most of the work. So let me run another one, and this time I am gonna make it at 30%. So yeah, I can already, this is at 30%. So I can already see a big difference. Let me wash this one out, and I think this is what we're gonna be running at 30%. It looks way better. So let me wash this one real quick and we'll see what it looks like. In the meantime, I'm gonna leave one running. All right, so that one's done, and look at this, 30% looks way better. So we're gonna leave it at 30%. And this one right here, I actually did 30%, and this one, so this one I was doing at 8 inches per second. This one I brought it down to 6.5 inches per second, 30% power, 400 lines per inch. So I'm gonna go watch this one, and I think I'm gonna like this one better, the 6.5 inches per minute. I'm sorry, 6.5 inches per second. So let's run another one. But I think this one is gonna work better than all of them. So let me move that out of the way. This is the, let me show you this one first. This is the 8 inches per second at 30% power, 400 lines per inch. And this one is 30% power, 400 lines per inch at 6.5 inches per second. I think I like the 8 inches per second better than the 6.5 inches. It's a lot cleaner, so we're gonna keep it at 8 inches per second. So that's the one that I like the best. That's what we're gonna do. So there you go, guys. That's how we make this bottle openers. I always say keychains, but no, these are bottle openers. And basically, the first time we're gonna do something like this, we always have to check the speed, the power, and stuff like that. Once we dial it in, then we take note of that, but the laser actually keeps all those settings, so we don't have to be playing around with it the next time. Just go back to that and check the settings. I'm still working on this because I gotta do, again, it's like 200 of them. I'm gonna be working on them for another, I don't know, hour or so. But this is gonna be it for this video. If you have any comments, anything, any questions, just let me know in the comments below. It's a pleasure like always. I'll catch you in the next one. Adios, thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and ding the bell so you get notified when I upload new videos. Thank you guys. I know this one's dirty. We gotta clean it, but thank you guys. A pleasure like always. I'll catch you on the next one. Adios. Bye bye now. See ya later.